Hey everybody, it's Graham. Welcome back. This week I'm going to be doing a speed paint video. It's actually my first speed paint that I've recorded and my first voiceover, so hopefully it goes well, but bear with me. This is a gouache piece. It's on Stonehenge white paper, 250 GSM, 5 by 7 inches. You can see here that I am taping it down with washi tape. Normally I use either masking tape or artist tape, but I seem to have misplaced it. And by that I mean my kids ran off with it somewhere. Pretty much any time one of my art supplies goes missing, it's because my kids ran off with it. But that's okay. It's a pretty color and adds a little nice design, I think, to look at while I'm painting this. I use a Prismacolor Color-Ace pencil to do my sketching, which you saw earlier in the video. The one that I have right now is Rose. I really like these pencils for sketching. They're fairly light, fairly easy to cover, and erasable, which is a big plus in my book. If you saw in the sketching portion, I put his eye in the completely wrong place, so the erasability of the Color-Ace pencils comes in handy. I got to move his eye back where it belonged. And normally when I use these pencils, or any pencils, to do a sketch under a painting, I will use a kneaded eraser to lift and lighten the entire sketch. I didn't do that this time, mostly because I forgot, probably partially because I was in a hurry, and also because I was a little bit nervous with the camera filming me while I was painting for the first time. With this piece, it's I think the fourth gouache piece that I've done recently. I'm trying to get a hang of the medium and how it works. I'm not quite there yet, and I'll be upfront, I'm not 100% happy with the way this piece turned out, but it was good practice. I was trying to be a little bit more loose with my technique and a little bit less concerned with perfection. I kind of just wanted to paint one day and not stress about it too much, and I did accomplish that. So the theme here kind of was just to sit down without a plan or really a set goal of what this was going to turn into. I didn't want to think about really anything. I just wanted to paint. The other thing that I was trying to accomplish was with color choice. So most of the paintings that I've been doing recently have, for some reason, gone very towards pink and purple. I got an opera pink gouache color that I absolutely love, and then also a lilac and a violet that I really like, and I've been using them quite a bit. So I wanted to challenge myself not to use any pink. Kind of ironic considering I sketch with a pink pencil, but no pink paint, no purple paint. This color palette, green and brown for this piece. I struggled a ton with the far eye. It ended up not being a problem because you'll see later on, I kind of solved that problem in a unique way, and it's actually one of my favorite parts of the painting. But when I was working with the paint, I just could not get it right to save my life. The other thing that I've been thinking about recently is the way that I use gouache. So I have two metal palettes. One of them has my watercolor in it, and the other one has my gouache in it. And I'm not sure if it's because I have my gouache in little half pans that it doesn't seem to be as thick or as rich as what I see other people using. So it's either that, or I do have a fairly cheap brand of gouache for most of my colors. It's still the first gouache that I ever bought was Reeves, so that's what a lot of my colors are, and they're fairly cheap quality, so that could be part of it, why it's not kind of as thick and creamy as what I would expect gouache to be. The next painting that I do, I want to try and see if using it straight out of the tube results better. I also am considering kind of pre-activating the pans a lot more than I do. I usually give them a quick spray before I start painting, but it's not really enough to do much activation. Oh, and you can see here what happens when I do something that I really don't like. That little towel that I use that flashed in is actually a bamboo towel. It's not, I guess, an art supply, but it is one of my favorite art supplies. They're bamboo and they're pretty durable and they're washable. So I have a roll of them. They come very much like a roll of paper towels would. Perforated, you tear them off, you use them, they're super absorbent, and then you just throw them in the wash and they get washed up and you can keep using them. And so it helps me reduce greatly the paper towel waste that I have when I'm painting, and that makes me very happy. And it makes my sons call me an eco-hero, so wins all around. I have some acrylic wash too that I want to play around with again. I haven't touched it for a little while. The acrylic wash I do use directly out of the tube onto my Stay Wet palette, and it ends up being a lot thicker and creamier. So that's kind of one of the things that made me think that maybe using this gouache out of the tube would be better. I covet very much that thick, creamy gouache look that some people are able to get in their paintings, and I want to see if I can get that too. So what you're seeing here is, when I'm painting these forests and trees, is an ink mixture. It's a mixture of Winsor Newton inks in canary yellow and Liquitex ink in muted pink. It creates this lovely like brown color, as you can see. One thing I didn't really expect when I was doing it is how much it would lift the paint underneath it, but I actually absolutely love that effect. And then of course the very satisfying untaping of the painting. And that's pretty much it for this week. So I appreciate everyone watching. As always, I will put a list of all the supplies that I use in the description below. If you liked what you saw, feel free to give it a like. If you're not subscribed already, please do that and hit the little bell so you'll get notified when I upload my next video. That's all for now, folks. Thanks, and have a great week.